So good, huh?
Huh? Mom?
This is actually really good. I'm like, ooh, Mom, I'm sorry.
Welcome everyone to Qatar Creates Karak with Dr. Nadiya نديم. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolute pleasure. To those who don't know, you are a professional footballer as well as a doctor. How on earth do you manage that?
Might sound a bit cliche, but where there's a will, there's a way. I think, I really wanted to do both. Professional because I love professional football player because I love football, always enjoyed it. And doctor because I guess I was born, in an Asian family, and my mom always thought that education is key. And then, I of course want to have a safe future, but also be a person who can help people. And I think I can do that by being a doctor.
I'm happy you did it because I think you're inspiring women all around the world to chase their dreams. No matter how big they are, there's a will to do it. Like you said, if there is the desire to do it.
Thank you so much. It means a lot. And as you said, I think the boundaries that exist are up to you. You put your boundaries and you can always push them. The longest that you want.
Don't let the world dictate how much you can do.
Yes, correct.
So you said football was your first love, your first passion, and medicine came after. What made you want to pursue a medical career, if I can ask?
I play football because I love it. It makes me happy. It's my passion, but I also wanted to do something to kind of impact other people. And I know, the importance of getting help when you really need it. Humanity, when you are laying down and someone gives you a hand, that I know the feeling of that. And I wanted to be in positions where I can do that for other people. And obviously you can do it in so many ways. But for me, I think being a doctor was my calling. I know, some of the ambitions I have is to be in places where you might be the last person to save someone's life, and this has, been a dream of mine, and looking forward to work in those positions.
I watched your TED Talk, and over there you go into more detail that it wasn't until you moved to Denmark and lived in the refugee camp that you first ever saw women playing football. You didn't even know that's possible. So I think I want to ask you, how far do you think we've come in the world in terms of women's football? Again, depends where you kind of look. I think there are certain areas, US, certain points of Europe, where the women's game is growing, and you have like crazy fans in the stadium, and everything is just like booming, which is amazing and makes me happy. Unfortunately, there's also part of the world where girls don't have the same access, and it is heartbreaking, because I know how much football or sports in general has helped me to become the person I am, how much it has taught me about life, I guess. To see that, it's upsetting, and I think one of my goals now is to try to spread football corners of the world where where girls don't have the same access, because why not? I don't see any issue in playing sports and trying to become a better human being, I guess. My knowledge about football is limited, to say the least, but I know you're in the same group as Tunisia, France, and Australia.
Correct.
Correct?
Yeah, well done.
Look at me.
Look at you. Yeah, I'm like, okay, drawing knowledge.
So how do you think that's going to be like? What can we expect?
I think, obviously the two strongest team, I would say, is France and Denmark in our group. With that said, I know in the Nation League, it's like another tournament in Europe, we've been beating France twice the last time we met them. So I would say we might be the favorites in this group. So I'm pretty sure, knock on the table, that we're gonna obviously go past the group stages.
You will be here to attend all of it?
All of it. I'll be here during the entire World Cup, working as a World Cup ambassador, obviously, and also working for English TV.
And over here, I can't ignore the elephant in the room. We have here karak.
Yes.
As a lot of people know, my favorite drink in the world. I'd love to know your opinion. Have you had it before? Do you have a story with it? What does karak mean to you?
Funny story, I obviously know this drink. I love it as well. It's one of my favorites. We used to have it every Saturday for breakfast with chapatis, because our culture, there are things that we have adapted from Indian and Pakistani culture.
Oh, so you had it in your childhood?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, okay.
So my mom does like spot on, correct. So now I need to try this. Yeah, I need to try it. I'm like, Does it compare to my mom's? I know. No, I'm pretty sure it looks amazing.
Thank you for sharing your story with us. It's been an absolute pleasure. I am so inspired by your story, and I'm sure many women out there in the world are, to chase their dreams and follow what they believe to be their truth.
So wherever you end up in the world, I hope you pop by for another cup of karak with us. I hope to meet you again.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, and I'll definitely come by.
Thank you so much. Thank you everybody for tuning in. This is Qatar Creates Karak with Dr. Nadia Nadeem.